Welcome back everyone. Today I'm going to present you one of the most mysterious and deepest places that exist on Earth. A place so dark and cold where creatures that seem from another world live. This place is known as the Mariana Trench. But before we get started, make sure to subscribe to my channel and press the bell button to turn on the notifications for my latest videos. The Mariana Trench is a crescent-shaped trench in the western Pacific, just east of the Mariana Islands near Guam. The region surrounding the trench is noteworthy for many unique environments. The Mariana Trench contains the deepest known points on Earth, vents bubbling up liquid sulfur and carbon dioxide, active mud volcanoes, and marine life adapted to pressures 1,000 times that at sea level. In 2010, the Challenger Deep was pegged at 10,994 meters, as measured with sound pulses sent through the ocean during a 2010 survey by the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. In 2012, film director and deep sea explorer James Cameron descended to the bottom of Challenger Deep, briefly reaching 10,898 meters during the 2012 expedition. The ocean's second deepest place is also in the Mariana Trench. The Sirena Deep, which lies 200 kilometers to the east of Challenger Deep, is a bruising deep 10,809 meters. By comparison, Mount Everest stands at 8,848 meters above sea level, meaning the deepest part of the Mariana Trench is 2,147 meters deeper than Everest is tall. The Mariana Trench is 2,542 kilometers long, more than 5 times the length of the Grand Canyon. However, the narrow trench averages only 69 kilometers wide. The Mariana Trench was created by the process that occurs in a subduction zone, where two massive slabs of oceanic crust collide. At a subduction zone, one piece of oceanic crust is pushed and pulled underneath the other, sinking into the Earth's mantle, the layer under the crust. Where the two pieces of crust intersect, a deep trench forms above the bend in the sinking crust. In this case, the Pacific Ocean crust is bending below the Philippine crust. The Pacific crust, also called a tectonic plate, is about 180 million years old, where it dives into the trench. The Philippine plate is younger and smaller than the Pacific plate. The crushing water pressure on the floor of the trench is more than 703 kilograms per square meter. This is more than 1,000 times the pressure felt at sea level, or the equivalent of having 50 jumbo jets piled on top of a person. A chain of volcanoes that rise above the ocean waves to form the Mariana Islands mirrors the crescent-shaped arc of the Mariana Trench. Interspersed with the islands are many strange undersea volcanoes. For example, the Eifuku submarine volcano spews liquid carbon dioxide from hydrothermal vents similar to chimneys. The liquid coming out of these chimneys is 103 degrees Celsius. At the Daikoku submarine volcano, scientists discovered a pool of molten sulfur 410 meters below the ocean surface, something seen nowhere else on Earth. Recent scientific expeditions have discovered surprisingly diverse life in these harsh conditions. Animals living in the deepest parts of the Mariana Trench survive in complete darkness and extreme pressure. Food in the Mariana Trench is extremely limited because the deep gorge is far from land. Leaves, coconuts, and trees rarely find their way into the bottom of the trench, and dead plankton sinking from the surface must drop thousands of feet to reach Challenger Deep. Instead, some microbes rely on chemicals such as methane or sulfur, while other creatures gobble marine life lower on the food chain. The three most common organisms at the bottom of the Mariana Trench are xenophyophores, amphipods, and small sea cucumbers. The single-celled xenophyophores resemble giant amoebas, and they eat by surrounding and absorbing their food. Amphipods are shiny, shrimp-like scavengers, commonly found in deep-sea trenches. The holothurians may be a new species of bizarre translucent sea cucumber. Scientists have also identified more than 200 different microorganisms in mud collected from the Challenger Deep. The mud was brought back to labs on dry land in special canisters, and is painstakingly kept in conditions that mimic the crushing cold and pressure. During Cameron's 2012 expedition, scientists also spotted microbial mats in the Sirena Deep, the zone east of the Challenger Deep. These clumps of microbes feed on hydrogen and methane released by chemical reactions between seawater and rocks. However, a deceptively vulnerable-looking fish is not only right at home here, it's also one of the region's top predators. In 2017, scientists reported they had collected specimens of an unusual creature dubbed the Mariana Snailfish, which lives at a depth of about 8,000 meters. The snailfish's small, pink and scaleless body hardly seems capable of surviving in such a punishing environment. The animal appears to dominate in this ecosystem, going deeper than any other fish and exploiting the absence of competitors by gobbling up the plentiful invertebrate prey that inhabit the trench. Well, this was all for today, so if you like my video, make sure to subscribe to my channel and press the bell button to turn on the notifications for my latest videos. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.